Hey guys, it's V2 Vengeance, and today we're looking at a game I had in the VK4502B a couple of days ago. In fact, a couple of days ago, I had it yesterday. And this pretty much shows why this tank is so balanced. So first of all, I think I forgot to put out the voice messages. Okay, so we're on hills. It's a tier 9 game. There are only 4 tier 9s per team, which is pretty good. This tank can also bounce shots from Jackplan 0100s if it's angled, so fighting against an object 704, that is the tank that has the most penetration in the enemy team, shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I really think that this frontal armor is just too overpowered. Right now I've grinded this tank, and in this battle I didn't have my mark of excellence, but right now I have it. And also I'm very close to the mouse, and I'm planning to get it tomorrow because it's 1 million credits, costs 1 million credits less. And yeah, so let's see. Usually when in a tank where you're fighting against all those guys and you know that there are tank destroyers in the hill back, you usually, fight around the corner, you try to side scrape, for example, in this rock, but no, not in the VK. Don't really have the gun depression. And in the VK you play it man mode to the death. No matter what map you are, no matter what matchmaker. That was a pretty poor shot. And where did that guy penetrate me? In my weak spot. So as you can see, also the object of 104 is bouncing off me, and as long as I keep moving, there is no way those guys are going to pen me. I don't think you could be able to do this in an E75, because first of all, that super Pershing is shooting only APCR, and he would be able to penetrate me in my lower plate if I was in my E75. Also, I would have no chance for the object 704 to bounce a shell on me if I was in a D75. Right now 2 shells bounced from the object 704. Already the guys here are pretty doomed. This IS is dead meat. 2000 damage, object 704 aiming at me. I'm aiming for the IS-3. I'm angling for the object, and I'm also wiggling because you need to keep moving if you want the enemies to miss your weak spots, such as the commander's cupola or the machine gun port. And again, I'm angled. Look at the angle that I'm showing myself at that object. This shot he misses, and I finish him off. So I basically pushed this flank. I wasn't alone, I had some fire support from the back, but I absorbed almost all the shots that were fired. So, and this is the important thing with this tank. You need to be the team's meat shield, basically, because you can really take a hell of beating. The IS-3 has penetrated me somewhere around the lower plate, and he was also firing APCR. But this is the last shot that he's going to damage me with. Put one shot into him. He shoots me again. This time it bounces because I managed to angle myself. And waiting for the reload. Gotcha. And last but not least, here's a T-5041 that is probably reloading. And with a gun grammar, this gun loads in 13.55 seconds, which isn't that great, but it's also not pretty bad. Also, if you get the ventilation and body dynamics, you can really decrease that load time. So overall, I also made a review of this tank, and you could see the monstrous armor that this tank has at the front. Basically a better frontal armor than the E100, because the E100 may have the upper plate, very strong, but it has a very weak lower plate. And also the turret basically has the same armor. The A100 hasn't got this weak spot, but if I was in my 100 in this situation, that super pushing shooting APCR at my lower plate would have penetrated. I know from personal experience. So let's see some post game stats. So 66,000 credits, 5,300 experience with a triple bonus experience, the first win of the day. Most damage from the team, not that much damage, but the most experience by far. Almost 50% more experience than the second next guy. 21 hits received, 7,600 potential damage, in fact damage blocked by armor, and I basically took in that game, I was left with more than 1,000 health points, and I took a hell of a beating. And this is what this tank is best for, taking a hell of a beating. So let's jump into the next game. Alright, so we are on Himmelsdorf in this game, and this is actually the better game from the two, and you're going to see why. So again, it's a tier 9 game. I get this kind of matchmaker very often with this tank. It usually gets into tier 9 games, very rarely tier 10. And in those tier 9 games there is usually nobody that can penetrate you frontally if you're angled, unless they hit weak points, and it is pretty OP. And I'm heading to the Banana Street. Looks like there is nobody supporting me, but it doesn't matter, I'm in a VK4502B. And then as a side fact, I'm planning on buying some World War II replica weapons. I've already ordered a Sten Mark II British gun, and I was looking for some cool, yeah, shot from the car. I was looking for some websites where I can buy those kinds of replicas, and I was hoping some of you guys might know and tell me if you know any websites. Because right now I found actually only one website that has good prices and high quality, and if some of you are interested in a hobby like this website is called zibmilitaria.de, so it's a German site. And unfortunately in my country, Romania, if I want to order, it costs 40 euros only the transport, and given the fact that the weapon costs about 120 euros, yeah, it's pretty expensive transport. Anyways, back to the game. I'm pushing alone on the Banana Street. I've encountered an IS and the 110. The 110 is shooting only APCR into me. Clearly he doesn't know my weak points, because he keeps aiming for my upper plate. I think he's I don't know, maybe aiming for this, but doesn't look like he knows that he should be shooting me in the commander's cupola. So I'm 2v1, but those guys can't do anything about me. There is really nothing to worry about here. The Allied T-34 manages to track me. Unfortunately, it's not that important. Finally, the 110 I think manages to shoot me in the commander cupola. No, he actually shot the side of the turret. He's been wasting some APCR ammunition in me, and I finish him off. The scores aren't looking too good, 3-6, and I'm pushing on this IS, so I've been able to kill those two guys alone. The IS somehow manages to penetrate me. I'm not entirely sure where he hit me, the side of the tank. And right now I'm on the flank of those guys, and I get tracked. Finish the 2252. That 110 tells me to stop playing this because it's a noob's tank and I should learn to play some proper tanks. Little does he know that I have the 100 and that I played it with when it had that horrible, when it was pretty bad, and I still had a 9,000 damage game with it, but still I need to learn to play. Actually I do learn to play because I an above average player, I think, because this is what XGM tells. But other than that, everyone needs to improve. So I'm on 4 kills. I'm fighting against a Centurion. I've only been penetrated 3 times the entire game, and I received 21 hits. And I have 6 kills, so I'm fighting for my top gun right now. And from a game that was going 3-6, right now it's 9-9, so it's looking a lot better. Aiming for the 6th kill. The shot goes in the track, of course, because when you want to make a top gun, the game won't allow you. The 110 is trying to say that the VK is for idiots, but he doesn't even know how to correctly write idiots. And there goes my 6 kills, so I now have a top gun. Carnarvon shoots me, damages my engine. And this Carnarvon can only have a chance against me if he wants to go around, but I won't let that happen. Bounces again. And that guy just said that VK ISIS. Did he just say that? Well, I can't see the history of the chat. My platoon may ask me if I'm going to make a Redley Walters, but I have a damaged engine and I have no repair kit left, so that's pretty unfortunate. And about this whole thing that the VK is a tank for noobs, I can show you countless games where I've been in a team with a VK and he had a shit game. He didn't... A lot of guys, if you don't tangle with this tanker and you don't wiggle, a lot of people will just shoot you in your weak points, so you need to keep moving. This is very important. And yep, so the game has ended because our allies kept, and that was pretty unfortunate. Maybe I would have been able to get my Redley Walters game. And yeah, so a pretty good game. I've done more damage in other games, but this was the game with the most kills. So let's see some post-game stats. So 67,000 credits, top gun, high caliber, steel wall, only mastery badge first class. I don't have an ace tanker on this tank because it seems like it's pretty hard to get that. And this is also my record experience. This is without any doubles. It's 1900 experience, 1269 base experience. And actually this is another game. I think I only made a screenshot now. Here we go. So most damage, most kills, most experience, more than 50% more experience than the second guy, and 21 hits received like in the other game, but only 3500 damage blocked by armor. So a pretty good game. And this was the Master of Steel Walls, the VK4502B, and I'm pretty sure they're going to nerf it, but until they nerf it, I'm going to finish my grind with it, have my mouse, and I don't know, I'm probably going to keep it, even though if I want my mouse I need to sell a tier 9 tank. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and have an absolutely awesome day. Don't forget to like and maybe subscribe. See ya later.